Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. All right, part 4, we're going to finish up the top 100 countdown for this year. The 4th year I've done this, so let's get right into it. Card number 25, and we'll go all the way up to number 1. Card number 25. This is a recent pickup here. 2022 Topps Japan edition. This is the Ohtani Gold out of 25. Got this very recently. I mean, it was right during the postseason run. I think I picked this up after the big game, Game 4 of the NLCS. So yeah, I was excited for it. I think these are really cool. I like the cherry blossoms and the gold parallels. I've always liked the paper gold parallels as well, but just being such a high number, I've always just kind of never gotten into them that much. But with the Japan cards being only out of 25, I just felt like it was a pretty neat card to add. So there you see number 5 of 25. Card number 1. Yeah, I didn't have a 2022 hitting card either for Ohtani, so I thought this was a really, really cool one to pick up. So card number 25 there. All right, number 24 on the list, we have this one. 2024 Topps Heritage. This is the gold refractor for Lindor. This is out of 5. The last year of Topps Heritage gold refractors out of 5. Obviously, they switched it up to 50 in 2025, but I think this is a great card for Lindor. I love that fielding image there with the blue jersey, too. You don't see him in blue jerseys that often, so I thought that was a really cool image to capture, and he's getting ready to throw the ball there. So super cool. When I think of Lindor, I think of just an all-around player, obviously one of the best shortstops in the game. And so I always like it when I can get cards of him in fielding poses and that. So this was one I bought, pretty close to release, got a pretty good deal on it, all that kind of stuff. So 2024, not my favorite year of Heritage, but I do like it a lot. I think it's pretty sharp set, and yeah, just sad to see these go, but I'm just happy I have a lot of them already. So I'll show you the back. Here you go. Okay. All right, card number 23. We have a Star Wars card, a sketch card. This is the 2020 Topps Masterwork Ray sketch by Semra Balut, PSA 10. The grade obviously helps a little bit. It's just kind of unique to get a PSA 10 on one of these, especially a thick card like this. And the work on this is just really incredible with all that blue, the Force Lightning being shot back at Palpatine there. Just a really, really unique sketch. I don't think I've seen this scene done that many times. So again, and just all that blue too, even with the shading, it's just really, really impressive. So this one's always been kind of high on the list, I would say. But yeah, really, really cool card. They're really close to the release of the film too in 2019. So really peak Rise of Skywalker era type stuff. You see the autograph there. That's number 23. All right, next up, card number 22. Go back to baseball. A lot of baseball in the top 25 here, as you would expect. This is a 2024 Topps Chrome Sapphire. This is the red for Mookie out of 5. PSA 9 there, just a beautiful card. I like the 2024 design a lot. Sapphire looks great in 24, so great color match element there too for the Dodgers with the red and the blue and the red number on the jersey. So Very, very sharp card for Mookie. Anything Mookie, Ohtani, Dodger related has kind of ascended the list a little bit because just with the World Series and the postseason they had, it's just I feel super attached to all that stuff right now. So this is the 24 red for Mookie. I'll show you the back. Card number 250 there. All right, so that is card number 22. Card number 21, see another sapphire card, another red. This is the 2021 Topps Chrome Sapphire Mike Trout out of 5. Beautiful color match there. I've really grown to like 21 a lot. I know a lot of people don't. I don't know why I like it, but I do. I think the small font, the logo, it really just emphasizes the player image. Yeah, it's just a design that's really grown on me quite a bit over time. I didn't like it at first. I did open quite a bit of paper flagship that year, so maybe I'm just sort of attached to it for that reason. But yeah, this is a fantastic card. Love the 21 Trout image. Just having a Mike Trout red sapphire feels pretty wild. I think I was able to get this pretty cheap when he was sort of hurt or whatever, but it doesn't really matter. At this point, I'm always going to buy Trout, whether he's hurt or not. He's just done so much, and he's forever one of the main characters of this era and that type of thing. So it'll be tough to find another one of these. Just they're going to be, even with his market down, people are always going to command big prices for these, but I'll show you the back here. But I got lucky with this one and just kind of hit bin on it at the right time. Number 4 of 5 there for Trout. Card number 27 too. So he's get the jersey number treatment. We like that, right? Yeah, so very cool. Let's put these next to each other just for a quick red pairing there. All right, so that was 21 for Trout. And we'll go to card number 20. We'll stick with sapphire. We'll go to gold though. And this will be just kind of an example, like I was saying, of anything Ohtani has really moved up the list a little bit. This is one I graded recently. This is the 2020 gold, or 22 gold sapphire for Ohtani. 22 was the first year they did gold in sapphire. 21, the highest numbered parallel was the orange, but they added a gold in 22. I think it's cool. I mean, it bums me out a little bit that they've diluted the product to some extent, but I'm happy to have a gold sapphire parallel. I think it's probably my favorite chrome product to target from year to year. I just think they're the best looking out of all the very many shiny options we have now. But I bought this raw and graded it, got the 10. That always helps. Just like that process. I like the 22 design. I like any pitching Ohtani cards. I have a slight preference for those over the hitting. Yeah, and I just think it's a sharp card overall. PSA 10, gold sapphire, just really, really checks a lot of boxes there. 22 off. Also, he didn't win the MVP. That would have, if he had, he'd be working on 5 straight now. But he had a fantastic season, and if it wasn't for Aaron Judge, hitting 62 home runs, he definitely would have been the MVP. So yeah, there we go with card number, let's see, card number 20. Okay. All right. Card number 19. Card number 19. Let's go vintage here. And this is the 1956 Topps Elvis Presley, card number 21. This is the Elvis Presley card. The entire set was Elvis cards, but this is like his first like self-titled card, I guess you would say. We'll see another card here in a second. But I thought this was sort of card number 1B in the set, in my opinion, in terms of like what, is the most significant. I could make an argument to myself that this is even a better card than another one, but we'll see. And I actually have 2 copies of this. I'm just using this because it's the highest grade that I have. It's the PSA 8. And it's pretty impressive. The key, like I've said before, the key thing with me on these cards is that guitar and the print dots, or the fish eyes, or whatever imperfections. If that red guitar gets a lot of those little white dots, it gets very unattractive very fast. You do see a couple little whatever in his hair, which is kind of annoying, but not a deal breaker. And again, the price on this is just so good. I think these are so just whatever, present a lot of relative value to me. I do have this one as well, and I think this is actually a better looking copy. This is an SGC 7, so I bought both these this year. You see one little dot there in that guitar, but not, you know, that's not a big deal at all. And his hair looks a lot better. You still get a little bit of that green, and I think that might just be just a common thing across the print. But the face is super clear, guitar is super clear, centering's really good. Again, these are 1956 Topps cards, so it's like, you know, these are not like, these are pretty low pop, all things considered, especially when you compare it to like a baseball card from the era, but very, very special stuff. Obviously, I became quite an Elvis collector this year. It's been a huge part of what I've been doing, and what I plan to continue doing. So yeah, that's the 56, and let's just go, I'll kind of put my thumb on this, and no, I'll just leave those for now. We'll stay on track. So what did I say? That's card number 19, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. That's card number 19. Okay. Card number 18. All right. Card number 18. Let's go back to, let's do this one. Back to Star Wars, 2021, Topps Chrome, Legacy. This is, Rey states her name is Rey Skywalker, and this is the red refractor. These are super high quality cards. 21 Legacy was a really great set. Ton of unique imagery, which is getting harder and harder to come by in the Star Wars space. It's probably why I'm not collecting it that much right now, because I'm just like super uninspired by most of the cards they're putting out, because it's just a lot of recycled images and just uninspired designs. But this sort of early 2020s still had a lot of good things going on. I love this card. These borders are super shiny. Might get a little bit too much glare on there right now. But yeah, this is out of 5, you know, a graded 10. Really cool shot from the end of the film there. Really heroic type shot. You get the landscape of Tatooine and all that kind of thing. So very, very cool. I'll show you the back. See here, copy number 4 of 5. So, all right, that's card number 19, right? No, 18. Yeah, card number 18. All right, number 17. We will go back to Heritage. And this is the 2022, which is arguably my favorite Heritage set. This is the Bryce Harper Gold. Let's see if I can get a little bit better lighting here. Just a second. See if that looks good. All right, so no, that's not great. All right, so the 22 Harper. I just really like the image on this one. I think that's a great Bryce Harper shot. Yeah, just beautiful texture in the background there. Nice blend. The 73 Topps design. You got that sort of cool Phillies red, white, and blue uniform. Dirt on the shin there. Just a really sharp card, man. These are just such high quality items. Like, I don't know. Part of me is like, again, part of me is sad they're gone just from year to year. Like, but it just makes them feel all that more special now. Knowing that you can't get any more, and that, you know, the only ones I can get now are just kind of whatever comes to market from the older sets and whatnot. But yeah, 2022 is probably my favorite set. We'll see another one here, another couple actually. But the Harper might be my favorite image overall from the 22s that I have. This is number 4 or 5. A lot of 4 or 5s I was noticing here, but the back on these is super nice too, way nicer than 24. So it's the Bryce there, number 18. All right, number 17, stick with Heritage. We'll go back to 21. again, you're going to see really what some of my favorite sort of products are here. Number 17, we got the Lindor. PSA 10 too. I bought this raw on ComC actually, and got a gem on it. So pretty cool. This is Lindor's Mets debut. The 21 design's really nice. I do miss the fact it doesn't have the texturing like you get on the 22, but still it's very, very nice overall in terms of just the overall appearance. Good shot, you know, PSA 10, paid hardly anything for it. First Mets card, so very, very cool there. Lindor at 17, I'll show you the back. Don't know why I keep saying that, but copy number 5 of 5 there, so very, very clean looking card. All right, card number 16. Let's go back to Elvis since I left those 2 cards up. Now this is probably, I mean, all things considered, got the strongest case, you know, to be the most significant card in the set. Just being card number 1, that image is the cover image of his first album. PSA 5 here, very, very respectable 5. Again, if you know anything about this set, the condition is brutal on so many of these cards, literally so many things. Centering, creases, being card number 1 in the set from the 50s. The guitar, you'll see here, we've got some of those, couple of those little imperfections, but not, again, not too bad. There's one right below the L in Elvis. But again, very clean overall. And I think that all things considered, this is probably one of the best cards I picked up recently. I think I got this at the end of 24. Yeah, just such an iconic image. Card number 1 in the set, first Elvis card. 1956, you know, that's right when he was breaking out. That's right when he was going on Ed Sullivan, doing the Milton Berle show, touring, all that kind of stuff. You know, so it's not like it was like 10 years, 20 years after, you know, his big, you know, moment or anything. It was right in the middle of the sort of Elvis mania. So I think that's why it's so cool. But yeah, like I was talking about though, these 2, I mean, this one, if you're making the case either way, this one, card number 1, probably just wins the battle based on that. But this one, again, it's the first Elvis card. I mean, obviously he's the only individual feature there. I mean, you get Bill Black in the background there playing the bass, but I don't know. To me, it's 1A and 1B, and they're both great cards. So, all right, there we go with Elvis number 16. Okay, let's move on to card number 15. We'll go back to 24 Heritage. This is one I was really proud of. The Mike Trout PSA 10, 2024 Topps Heritage Gold Refractor, copy number 1 of 5 there. Just noticed, kind of annoyed though, it's got a few little scratches on the case there. I just saw, I'm going to try some of that scratch remover instead of actually reholdering it. But yeah, that kind of stuff drives me nuts, man. So try to get that fixed up. But anyway, it's a great card. Love the throwback helmet, the City Connect jersey. Just really, really just big time card for Trout. Obviously, he's not, you know, peaking right now or anything like that at this stage in his career. So, you know, are people going to look back on 2024 Mike Trout cards and care? I don't really know. It's more just a combination of everything. The image, him as a player, his career, the Heritage Gold Refractor out of 5, the rarity, buying it raw, grading it, getting a 10, being rewarded there. Yeah, so just a lot of cool variables. This is actually from the high number, in this year, the low numbers are actually the short prints, but his gold refractor was released in the high number set, if that makes any sense. And on those, they did like these glossy backgrounds, which is kind of weird compared to just the regular Heritage, like they have the paper background. So just kind of a weird quirk there, but yeah. So cool card. Number 15 there for Trout. Got a couple Trout appearances in the top 25. All right, number 14. We're getting into this is just all big stuff, man. Number 14, I guess we're going with this. I was kind of undecided on these next few. It's really tough at this point, but 2023 Topps Heritage. This is the Bryce Harper Superfractor. Again, just fantastic image. I love 23 Heritage. Hard to beat a Superfractor. Great image for Bryce. Yeah. PSA 8, just won this one at auction. I think it just had like kind of a high starting bid, and you know, I was like the only bidder, so really worked out great. Just a really, really fantastic card though. So it's number 13 there. Okay, show you that. Number 1 of 1. All right, number 12. Number 12. Another Superfractor, 2022 this time. This is Topps Chrome. This is the Francisco Lindor. This is actually the image variation. Not typically a fan of the image variations in Chrome just because they're usually really random, like pictures of, you know, the guys in stocking caps or whatever. But this was a great one. This is from a game where he hit 3 home runs against the Yankees back in 2021. So really, really big card for Lindor. I think this is one of his best looking flagship cards as a Met specifically. And yeah, just a classic image. Gosh, man, it's really hard to find cards like this now. Everything like this is just priced way up. So again, it sucks that you can't, you know, keep adding them, but it's cool that you can appreciate the ones you already have. So I think did I say card number 12? Yeah, card number 12 for number 12. So that's cool. In the back there, 1 of 1. All right, card number 11, unless I'm off count. All right. Number 11. I'm going to go do the only football card, but this is a big one. If you're just seeing this, you might be like, this is kind of random, but I can't stress enough just the rarity of these. I'll have to double check, but I think this might be the only copy that's ever been graded, which is pretty wild. This is the 2000 Upper Deck game jersey patch for Peyton Manning, PSA 6. These are hand numbered. You see there number 23 or 25, which is just kind of wild. But these early Upper Deck game used, if you're, you know, familiar with the era, you already know, but they were so rare. Like 1 in like 7,500 or something like that. Just crazy pull rates. And a lot of this stuff too, it's not going to be like open because it's Brady's rookie year and all that stuff is like so expensive, you know. So you can't just go buy boxes of this and try to like extract these or whatever. But I've had a handful. I've got the Edgerrin James. I had a Falk at one point, a Curtis Martin, but I had a save search for this for years, and finally one came up, and I just bought it right away. It's my best Peyton Manning card. I would be shocked if there was any other Peyton Manning card I ever got that I liked more than this, just because of how fond I am of the era and just the insane rarity of this card. I've never seen another one. I have seen unnumbered ones because there is a silver version, but like you see there, it's all those little parts are in gold. Yeah, and again, just the hand numbering too is just something super wild and unique. And then the back. So very special stuff, early Peyton, and just again, the extreme rarity and just the prestige of the early Upper Deck game use stuff is really special. So that's number 11 there. All right. Number 10, I think, let me see here. Let me do a quick count. We've got 3. So, yeah, I think we're right. All right, so number 10, top 10. This will be the 2022 Topps Heritage Lindor Superfractor. It's obviously a very special card for me here. 2022 being my favorite year of Heritage, and Lindor being one of my favorite baseball players. It's a nice match. This was my first Superfractor that I ever got. I remember selling a Star Wars Galaxy card to offset the cost of this, and I think I only paid like $400 for this. So it's kind of probably why I'm not buying too many more of these. I'm just so anchored to these lower prices. But This is a big time card. Again, 2022 Heritage, the Superfractor 101, just hard to beat, man. So very, very worthy of a top 10 finish. Could be higher. I think it was probably closer to top 5 last year, but I've just added a few cards, and like I said, Ohtani stuff has just moved up. So there you see the 1 of 1. All right. Next up, card number 9 will be another Superfractor here. This is the 2023 Topps Chrome Star Wars. This is the Dark Ray Superfractor. So, first year for Topps Chrome Star Wars. Dark Ray, cool character, only on screen for a couple minutes, but definitely if you're a fan of the sequels, like I am, you can really appreciate that character and the kind of the uniqueness of it and just how it played into the film and all that. But really, really cool with the double-bladed lightsaber. Great with the red sort of hue on her face and all that kind of stuff. So fantastic card. I love the blend on these as well, how you get a darker pattern there on the left side. Yeah, so this is one I'd like to get reholdered though, just because they use this sort of weird like rubber insert type deal, which I don't know why, but yeah, great card nonetheless. Number 9 there for Dark Ray on the 1 of 1. All right. Number 8. Number 8. Okay, this is a big one here. This might seem high for this card, all things considering, just, you know, being ahead of like Superfractors and stuff, but the 2024 Topps Chrome Sapphire, the gold for Ohtani, PSA 10. Bought this, graded it, got the 10. Again, love doing that. Sapphire in 24 is the only, I'm pretty sure it's the only Chrome card that has his flagship image on it, which I think is a big deal. I just prefer this hitting image relative to the Topps Chrome image where he's sort of like running out of the box or whatever. I think this is like a pop 15, which also, you know, can sound kind of high, but just with Ohtani's demand now, it's just insane how expensive cards like this have become. I don't know if I agree with the prices. I pretty much don't, but still, I'm really stoked to have this, and I almost thought about selling it when it got the 10 just because I felt like the market's valuing these too highly and I should probably just sell it. But I just like the card so much, and just the fact that I bought it raw, graded it, got a 10 during all this sort of crazy run with the Dodgers in 25 just makes it, you know, a really special card, even if it is a little bit higher numbered than some of this other stuff. So yeah, that's the Ohtani there, number 8, PSA 10 Gold Sapphire out of 50. Okay. Number 7. This is, now, when we get to the top 3, it's going to be interesting because I actually haven't decided yet, and I'm going to decide live here as we're doing this, and I'm just going to kind of talk through it because it could really go either way. But number 7 is going to be this one here. This is a card I bought this year. So this is the 2020 Topps Heritage Gold Refractor for Mookie. And first Dodgers Heritage. So that's cool. This is from high number. You see their number 502. They don't usually note that on the label, but very, very shiny in 2020. I think you could say these are shinier than 24. You get the background texture, so that's cool. I think he even has the All-Star Game patch on the jersey. Pretty neat. So yeah, bought this raw, graded it, big time. I would, you know, arguably this is one of his most significant heritage cards to me, just because it's his first Dodgers. Great reverse on this as well, 2 of 5 there. Again, 2020 Heritage is a really great set. I have the Harper, and I really love that card as well. But yeah, the Mookie, again, 4 World Series. He, you know, I don't have time to talk about all of it right now with just the performance and not all that, but playing shortstop, I mean, at his age, just incredible stuff. Like, he's always going to be one of my favorite players, regardless of whether or not his MVP days are over. He's just a winner, and just, you know, one of the main characters of this generation, just like Mike Trout. So, all right, so that's number 7. Number 6, this is where it's getting really tough to decide, because you got this Ohtani stuff and these superfractors. So number 6, I'm gonna go with this one, which is probably a little crazy, but whatever. Number 6, the 2023 Topps Chrome Superfractor for Mookie. Again, Topps Chrome proper Superfractor is just like pretty much the ultimate card for a player in a given year, as far as I'm concerned. It really just doesn't get any better than that. Like, if you have that card, that's, in my opinion, a player's best card from any year. This is Mookie, obviously. Again, bought this at a time when, you know, you could actually buy cards like this. I say that like it was 100 years ago, but it was like 2 years ago. But nobody is pricing these to sell now, including me. I actually have this card listed on eBay just as an extreme sort of, you know, market gauging type whatever. And I won't tell you, just, you know, for, you know, just to be polite, I'm not going to talk about what the highest offer is that I've gotten or anything, but it hasn't been high enough. I'll just say that. For me to sell this card, it would have to be such a stupid price. Like, it would just, but whatever. So, so yeah, it's listed, but it's not actually for sale, if that makes any sense. 2023 Topps Chrome Superfractor Mookie. This will be number 6. Yeah, what else can I say about that card? All right, number 5. Number 5. Okay, so this is another card I bought this year. I think this is a card that I mean, these are, you know, expensive, but I think I'm a little bit more bullish on these than most. This is the 2024 Topps Chrome Ohtani, the MVP Award Winners Edition. This is the first year they did these. They're serial numbered out of 23, and they were for the MVPs in the AL and the NL, the Cy Youngs, and the Rookie of the Year winners. So you had 6 totals players represented. So this year it was Ohtani, Acuna, I think Blake Snell, Chris Sale, Luis Heel, and whoever the Rookie of the Year was in the National League, Corbin Carroll, I think. So they're, again, serial number to the year before, because it represents the 2023 MVP season. So that's why you see him featured as an Angel in 2024 when he famously played with the Dodgers. But I like that. I think it's really cool. Again, the first year they did this, when I bought the Judge, I think the 24 Judge, and then just out of curiosity, I was looking to see if there was any Ohtanis, and sure enough, there was one listed, and I was just like, oh my gosh, that felt like too cheap for what it was listed at, so I just bought it. And yeah, just really, really stoked on this card. It's super, super cool design with those little sort of like stars and the kind of wreath and all that. Serial numbers up there below the Topps Chrome logo. Yeah, I just think this is an incredible card. Really happy I was able to add, you know, a few big Ohtanis this year, even in the midst of his mania. And yeah, it's cool too, because the back is just like the regular, you know, flagship back, card number 1, just like any other, you know, Topps Chrome card. So really, really cool. I think it's a worthy, I thought about this card actually being a number 1 contender, to be honest with you. I like it that much. So really, really happy with that one. It was expensive, but I feel it was definitely one I'm really happy that I got. So, all right, card number 4. Card number 4. All right, 2023 Topps Heritage, the gold refractor for Ohtani. Had this for a few years now. Bought it raw, graded it. I am going to get this crossed over to PSA eventually. I just haven't been, you know, that motivated to do it. Incredible image, MVP season, awesome just pitching shot, background texture, all that kind of stuff. I've talked about this card a lot. It's always going to be one of my favorites. I think it's very worthy of being up here at number 4. Again, anything Ohtani has climbed the ladder. It's a really, really, really cool card. So check the back, 2 of 5. I remember I talked to the person that was running the auction, because I was trying to get him to sell it to me as a buy it now, but they said that their girlfriend pulled it out of a pack and they just wanted to see the auction play out or whatever, and I think I won that for like $650, which is just pretty insane. So all right, top 3. Now this is, I'm going to put all these out here. because I'm not sure what the winner is going to be of card of the year. So that's the Mookie Superfractor from 23. That's the Ohtani Gold Refractor from 22. If I told you how much I paid for that, it would make you sick. And then this is the 2023 Topps Chrome Superfractor for Ray. So this is really tough, and the reason is because they're each worthy of being the winner for different reasons. Subject goes to Ohtani. Card type, you have those two. Right now, I'm more stoked on baseball than I am on Star Wars, but that's arguably like one of Ray's like best cards, like hands down. First year of Topps Chrome, the image is great. I bought it raw and graded it. Like that was very scary to just for me to buy a card that expensive and submit it and all that kind of stuff. Just worried about damaging it myself, like dinging a corner or whatever. So you got all that sort of stuff. I had to work super hard and sell a shit ton of cards to pay for this. So there's that element. It won last year, so it would be the first repeat winner we've had. The Ohtani is just such a special card, again, because it's like he's just on top of the mountain right now, collectability-wise for me. Like I'm really prioritizing him. 2022 is my favorite year of Heritage. It's not my favorite image. I mean, I think it's not a bad image by any stretch of the imagination, but aesthetically, I like these two cards more, like just based on how they look. But Ohtani as a subject is, you know, a little bit higher, so that plays into it as well. And then the Mookie, it's kind of a mix of both, where I'm stoked on baseball, more stoked on Ohtani as a player, more stoked on the Superfractor, obviously, as a card type. Bought this raw, graded it. So there's that connection. That's a great image. Super sick batting swing with the number 50 sitting right there perfectly. This is arguably just a perfect looking baseball card. So it's really, really tough. Like, I'll be completely honest with you. I want to put my thumb on the scale a little bit and just let Ohtani win, because it's just been his year. But that doesn't feel like the right thing to do, just in terms of like being true to the process of what this is, like, you know, my 100 favorite cards. So if I'm doing it that way, I think I do still have to put this number 3. Just purely, the only thing that hurts this card is I wish the image, I didn't grade it, and these are very small, minute details. So I bought this raw, or excuse me, I bought it already graded. So if I had bought this raw and went through all the trouble of grading it, that could theoretically change things. But yeah, so this is going to be number 3. Again, the 2022 Heritage Gold Refractor Ohtani. This is out of 5. Just a monster card. I mean, it's not a whole lot I have to say about this. Yeah, so that'll be number 3. Number 2 is it's really tough. Like, I think it just really comes down to the fact that, like, right now I'm not actively collecting Star Wars. So that's the biggest check, or the biggest strike against this card. Mookie, I'm more fired up about Ohtani than I am Mookie. So that's the biggest strike against that card. So card type is a draw. I bought them both raw, graded both of them, 9 and 8. I don't really care. The continuity is kind of like working against both of them as well, because again, I'm not like really pursuing Star Wars that much anymore, but I'm also not like, I don't anticipate being able to buy that many more Heritage Superfractors, so there's that element. So it's really tough to choose. I think I'm going to call Mookie number 2, and the reason for that is, I mean, you know, it's just a great card. It obviously deserves to be this high. But the reason I think Ray is going to win again and go back-to-back is I can't really make the argument to myself that this is Mookie's great, like, best card, okay? I can kind of concoct this theory in my head that this is Ray's, like, one of her best of the best cards. Is it her best card? I don't really know or care for that matter. It's just, you know, she's got earlier Superfractors with autos on them, all this, that, and the other. But I think if you put all the things together, first year of Topps Chrome proper, the image, this Topps Chrome design specifically, I think it's just the best card that I could ever get. for the main character of modern Star Wars. You know, a lot of people don't like it and whatever, this, that, and the other, that's fine. But yeah, I think it's just as simple as that. And so, yeah, we're going to go with Rey as the winner again. Back to back, first time. Mookie will come in at number 2. So strong finish, especially going over Otani. I think that's a pretty, you know, nothing to be ashamed of there. So previous winners, you know, the 53 Satchel Paige won the first time. I have sold that card since. The second year I did this, this Mookie was actually the winner. So that was the winner of year 2, and then Rey has won years 3 and 4. So yeah, we'll see if I really wanted Otani to win this year just because I think it was his time, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to afford a card that could defeat that, but who knows? We'll see. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Take care, and we'll see you again soon. Later, everybody.